Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Hindi naman po ito address ng RFID, yung crimes committed by the riders. It will also address the crimes committed against riders. Ano po yun? Sa karnaping po, agaw motorsiklo.
May capability yung mga taga-law enforcement natin, traffic enforcement natin, na marinig yung RFID using a device.
Nanakaw yung mga nanakaw na sasakyan, particular sa motorsiklo, nire-report po yan sa HPG. At kapag nag-conduct po sila ng investigation and they found out na talagang nawala yung motorsiklo, Mr. Chair, using the scanner, makikita po agad doon, karnap yung motorcycle.
So, hindi na po kailan sa mga checkpoint. Alam mo, yung ating mga taga-highway patrol group, habang nagpapatrolya, so meron siyang scanner o device, tututukan niya isang kotse na medyo kaduda-duda, and then tututukan yung RFID sa plaka. Pag nakita na, ops, medyo karnapada to. So, iirawan agad at paparahin. At hindi pa para iraradyo para abangan sa unahan.
May batas po talaga. Gamitin na sa sasakyan na hindi rehistrado. So, hapon lang po, hanggang may discrimination between car owners and motorcycle riders na hindi naman dapat payagan. Sana maganda na rin po, Mr. Chair, dito yung SPG, kita natin yung tamang serbisyo. On behalf of One Rider Party List, Mr. Chair, we support this bill, amendment, Republic Act 11235. First, napakaganda po nito dahil mas lower po yung penalties na nakalagay dito. And comparing po doon sa Republic Act 11235, yung existing fines and penalties, masyado po itong napakataas at ang pakiramdam po ng riding community ay talagang pabigat sa kanila. May na-mention nga po dito, 100,000 pesos. Most of the motorcycles, ang presyo na lang is 10,000, 15,000. So yun po about sa penalty. Doon po sa doble plaka, we all know na kapag meron naman pong crime incident, talagang it's very impossible na ma-recognize pa ng biktima o ng witnesses yung phone plate. Talagang ang makikita po natin practically yung real plate. Second, ang motorcycles po natin, hindi naman talaga nakadesign yan sa doble plaka. And about 70% po, Mr. Chair, about 70% ng motorcycles hindi pwedeng lagyan ng plaka sa harapan. And kung hindi po ito ma-amend at i-implement yun, siyempre po, pag nag-attach tayo ng plate sa harapan ng motorsiklo, regular po, Mr. Chair, ang vibration nito. And suddenly, eventually, masisira po ang attachment nito and it will cause accident po sa rider. Siyempre po, once lumipad sa harapan mo yung plate, ang instinct mo, iilag ka and it will affect yung direction po ng iyong motorsiklo. And doon din po sa Republic Act 11235, nakita po natin na meron po ditong impounding Mr. Chair. And almost all police stations and almost all LTO, wala pong impounding area. And with all due respect dito po sa mga ito, Mr. Chair, I think wala pong capability na makapag-provide ng enough space and facilities for the impounding area. So ang mangyayari po, hindi talaga ito ma-amend, prone po sa damage and may mga mawawalang pyesa doon sa motorsiklo na may impound. At alam mo po natin, kapag nangyari na yan, maliit lang yung motoristang involved dito, wala silang capability to file a complaint against the enforcer. Particular doon po sa nag-impound. So talagang napakaganda po na ito'y maamyendahan. And kung i-review po talaga natin to, Republic Act 11235, parang ang impact nito, Mr. Chair, sa riding community, parang sila, nabanggit natin, Honorable Senator Tulfo, ang pinakikita sa publiko, mga riders lang ang kriminal. Especially, nabanggit ni Honorable Senator, Mr. Chair, sa checkpoint, ang chinecheck lang, 1 by 1, motorcycles, Mr. Chair. Kaya talagang napakaganda po nito. And Mr. Chair, na rin po na isang maganda dito sa proposed amendment, the Honorable Senator Ejercito is ito po sa instead of maglagay ng front plate, RFID po. Ang maganda dito, Mr. Chair, RFID, ito po isusuportan ng lahat ng mga mambabatas and of course our president. Mabilis po ma-identify kung ito ba ay sa'yo, kay Pedro, or especially, Mr. Chair, hindi naman po ito address ng RFID yung crimes committed by the riders. It will also address the crimes committed against riders. Ano po yun? Sa karnaping po, agaw motorsiklo. Dahil siyempre po, yung mga nanakaw na sasakyan, particular sa motorsiklo, nire-report po yan sa SPG. At kapag nag-conduct po sila ng investigation and they found out na talagang nawala yung motorsiklo, Mr. Chair, using the scanner, makikita po agad doon, carnap yung motorcycle. So hindi lamang po ina-address nitong proposed bill ng Senator Ejercito, hindi lamang po yung committed by the riders. It address also the crimes against the riders. Kaya again, on behalf of the party list and also my partner, Honorable Congressman Rose Gutierrez, ito ay talagang nakasuporta dito. Alam po namin na talaga ikakatuwa po ito ng riding community. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po.
Congressman Sita, yes, Senator Tulfo is recognized.
Yeah, I do agree everything that he said and what's in the bill. However, meron po ako, Mr. Chair, katanungan. Bakit po motorsiklo lamang ang lagyan ng RFID? Bakit hindi po pangkalahatan? And what is the purpose of the RFID? Kasi if the purpose is to identify criminals, then again, dapat hindi selective. Dapat kung pwede, lahat na lang. And yung RFID is very helpful. Kasi nga po, that would determine, hindi na kailang palapalahin, dadaan lang sa isang device, malalaman kung itong kotse ay carnap, kung itong yung registration niya ba ay current o hindi, kung ito ba ay plate plaka, so forth and so on. Then that is probable cause na parahin agad yung sakyan o habulin. Ganyan. Sana may dagdag natin sa pangkalahatan na lang yung RFID.
Thank you, Sen. Rafi. I think si Asek Tugadi can answer, no? Kasi sa LTO, ating LTO Director, thank you for welcoming to our office last week. Inorient na tayo, Mr. Chair, doon sa estado, no? Nung backlog natin sa plate number, that we can discuss that later on, yung ating proposal. Siguro yung RFID, yun yung tinatanong ni Sen. Tulfo. I think yung 4 wheels, meron na rin ba? At saka yung, siguro pwede orient, what does the RFID how does the RFID function?
Yes, kung anong difference? Kung anong difference?
Hi Mr. Chair, members of the committee, magandang hapon po. Yung lahat po ng mga plate numbers na ini-issue po natin for motor vehicle and for motorcycles, meron po siyang pair na RFID na po na piniprint rin po. Tapos together with the RFID po, nire-release po yung plates and the RFID. Ang use po ng RFID, sir, is it once scanned, it provides the details about the vehicle. Just about the vehicle po, registration, when it was last registered, make, model, just to ascertain na yung vehicle po na yon is really what is registered po.
So kailan po nagagamit yung RFID? So sa checkpoint, that's good, Mr. Chair. So dapat sa checkpoint, meron kayong device na para i-read yung RFID. Kasi kung may RFID and you don't have that device to read it, then useless lang yung RFID. So dapat sa mga checkpoint, meron kayong device na para magamit yung RFID, ma-read. Lahat ng dumadaan sa checkpoint, patrolman o ma-identify properly.
Mr. Chair, tama po. The intention behind the issuance of the RFID is for that the law enforcers can ascertain using the device po, as mentioned po by Senator Tulfo. Unfortunately po, our law enforcers are not capacitated. Wala po silang capability ngayon. Meron po tayong ni-roll out, sir, a few weeks ago sa LTO. Ito po yung mobile handheld device. Although limited lang rin po siya, it has the capability of reading the RFID na naka-install po sa vehicles. But tama po, it's not enough, Senator.
Pero sorry sir, ilalagay-lagay ka ng RFID, hindi naman pala mariread ng mga taga-law enforcement natin. Inutil lang po yung RFID. Pag naglagay ka ng RFID, dapat may capability yung mga taga-law enforcement natin, traffic enforcement natin, na mariread yung RFID using a device, especially sa mga checkpoint. In fact, hindi na po kailan sa mga checkpoint. Alam mo, yung ating mga taga-highway patrol group, habang nagpapatrolya, so meron siyang scanner o device, tututukan niya isang kotse na medyo kaduda-duda, and then tututukan yung RFID sa plaka. Pag nakita na, ops, medyo, karna pa ata to. So, iirawan agad at paparahin. At hindi pa para iraradyo para abangan sa unahan ng kapwa niyang pulis.
Tama yung tanong ni Senator Tulfo. Siguro papunta ako doon sa tanong, wala bang capability ang LTO o kung sino yung RFID provider na mag-low-tech tayo ng konti, QR code, may katabing QR code yung RFID para kahit sa probinsya, ang gagamitin ay cellphone na lang. Pag pitik ng traffic enforcer, kita na yung mga information. Low-tech, magkadikit, pero nando na, hindi na kailangan ng baril, yung mga baril-baril pa namin nun sa MMDA. So, cellphone na lang, may app na gagamitin. So, siguro yung technical ninyo, yung IT ninyo, maaaring maka-device ng ganon, tapos kagad yung problema natin. Diba?
Actually, Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of our chair in Ms. Senator Tulfo, actually yun po yung intention po natin na una po yung paglagay ng RFID, but unfortunately, hindi na ako nakaano nung 2019, hindi natin natuloy. We are supposed to set up a command center, no, sa PNP, LTO, kung saan, halimbawa po, mayroong checkpoint, may scanner na, we have to purchase scanner para po sa mga PNP na mayroon sa scanners, na meron pong nanakaw na, halimbawa, nanakaw na motorsiklo, itatawag lang sa command center, naka-alert na kaagad yun. So I think yung ano natin kailangan pagtulungan ho natin na Sen. Rafi, Mr. Chair, that we have to set up the command center and also purchase the scanners, no, for all the PNP checkpoints. I think yan, mas maginhawa na sa riders, hindi na tayo maiiwan, ititigil na matagal, i-scan na lang. Ang police din, napakahirap din na iniisa-isa nyo yung rehistro, di ba? Nakakaduling din yun. So it will be both ways. Medyo gagastos na tayo, but I think it will address, Senator Tulfo, Mr. Chair, a lot of problems. So sa PNP, sa riders, yung discrimination, I think mawawala. So siguro si Asek Tugadi can also elaborate kung di ba tungkol dito sa RFID.
That lang sinabi ni Mr. Chair, Senator Tolentino, napakaganda po yun, yung QR code. Paano magagamit natin yun? Kasi sa haba na labaw ng EDSA, meron po tayong mga cameras sa command center, may nagbabantay. So pwedeng i-zoom in yun, kung may QR code, i-zoom in, babasahin yung QR code, ito pala ay nakaw. Ito pala ay expired ng registration. Itatawag agad sa mga nakaabang, sa strategically nakabang ng mga police na, parahin nyo itong ganitong kulay ng kotse, ganitong model, bingo. So maganda po yung suggestion nyo, Senator Tolentino, sir.
Tulfo, tsaka kidding aside, sanay po ang mga Pilipino na yung ginaganon sa ulo. Nung COVID-19, ginaganon lagi tayo kung ano yung temperature natin, di ba? So, I think the suggestion of the proponent here is to set up a command center, eventually per LGU, and eventually it can be used. It can be part of the command center for disaster preparedness. Sama-sama na yon. Sama-sama na. And then yung QR code, So we totally agree with that, and we will now be asking the other private yes, Congressman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. With the indulgence of the Chair, I would just like to make some comments po. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon to the honorable members of the committee here today, and of course our fellow resource persons. Just to echo po the statement of my partner, si Congressman Busita, we in this representation would like to...
Sa inyo, sinong basta? Kasing edad lang.
We just want to echo our support for this Senate bill, and that the key words were actually mentioned truly already by the Honorable Senator Ejercito, and that we are seeking equity for motorcycle riders. And as mentioned by Honorable Senator Tulfo, fairness po talagang hinahanap natin for motorcycle riders. Just to comment on the Senate bill po, we do support it. It is a very welcome move on the part of the Senate. The direction that we are lowering the penalties is very much welcome, and that we are only focusing on one plate is likewise aspired to. However, just some comments po on this, and actually it was already mentioned by Senator Tulfo. Just a background po for our work here in the lower house. Upon assumption of our office, we actually talked to ASIC Wadis about the status of the implementation of this law. And thankfully, we were informed that the implementation, actually the enforcement was suspended as per the current rule, no? Kasi magulo po yung bill. However, as we were conducting further studies into the bill, what we've noticed with the RA 11235 in general is that most of the penalties refer to the plates, no? It actually redounds back to the identification of motor vehicles. And one thing we felt is that bakit po motorcycles lang? When most of the provisions and penalties can actually be applied, as mentioned by the Honorable Senator Tulfo, can be applied at large to all motor vehicles. Actually po, if you look at the penalties, yung iba po dito, we have aggravating increasing the punishment by mere use of motorcycle vehicles. But if you look at the revised penal code, we already have the aggravating circumstance of commission of a crime by use of motor vehicles. So why don't we just rely on that? Yun po yung nararamdaman po namin sa party, in that bakit po nasa-single out yung motorcycle riders kung pwede naman po gawin yung batas na pangkalahatan. Likewise with the RFID, as mentioned again earlier, kung pwede naman po ito i-implement doon sa ating four wheels, which already mentioned the reasons why we should be more wary of the four wheels. Why don't we apply it equally? Yun lang po are some of our initial comments on this bill, and we do look forward to working together in finding as Senator Ejercito mentioned, a win-win situation.
May kulanong salita na ang ibig sabihin dito ay ang pagkakaisa. Bunyog Party List. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na.
Sa susunod, ang atinang suportahan, Bunyog Party List, nagtataguyod ng katotohanan, lumalaban para sa bayan.